So the Glenrothes constituency parliamentary by-election is over. It has been a dramatic evening. At one point it seems that the results were too close to call. SNP were grinning confidently, Labour were looking grim. But this evening there has been a dramatic result, and Lindsay Roy will be the next MP for Glenrothes. Will the campaign promises be kept? It remains to be seen, but I'm sure Gordon Brown is bouncing. Channel-Fife.
Channel-Fife.
We saw you at the hustings.
Okay. Well, Channel-Fife. Okay.
Channel-Fife, the local people,
okay.
that's right.
Well, listen, you should have been first.
Thank you so very much. Congratulations,
Thank you
Lindsay
very
Roy.
much.
The people have spoken and cast their vote, and you are now their voice in Parliament.
Yeah.
What issues specific to the people of Fife will you be taking with you and fighting for?
Well, I think, given that it's a UK parliamentary seat, I think one of the key issues that has been in my action plan would be to help people through this economic slowdown and to try and attract more jobs. I've already said I'll set up a jobs task force. There's a lot of skill in this community. Labour has brought 10,000 jobs into Fife in the last 10 years, and that's a major challenge. The other thing I'd want to do is upskill the people in this local community to advance modern apprenticeships, to make sure that we are well prepared for the Career Project, for the increased opportunities at Lookers, and also to use our portion of the money for small businesses to set up businesses here. So I think these are quite critical things. Now, the other things in my manifesto were to do with antisocial behaviour, and I feel that perhaps some of our colleagues have not been championing the rights of people in our community. With freedoms go responsibilities, and we need to ensure that the small minority of youngsters who are irresponsible are dealt with properly through the legislation we have, and we don't have drug dealers around, and we don't have antisocial drinking or antisocial behaviour in our communities from people who are underage.
Do you think you would have had such a good result this evening were it not for the visit of Gordon Brown's wife and John Prescott?
That's very difficult to tell. It's been quite exhilarating to have the many distinguished politicians here, but I feel that while these senior politicians did meet a few people in Fife on their visits here, it was on the doorsteps that this election was won, and it was on policies for Labour that this was won.
Lindsay Roy, thank you very much. Peter Grant, commiserations.
Thank you.
It has been said that Labour have played a rather negative campaign against you. Do you think that made a difference to this evening's result, and would it make a difference to your campaign tactics in the future?
Well, other parties will decide their campaign tactics and they'll review what they've done. It's up to them to decide if they're comfortable with it. I'm proud of the campaign that we've conducted. We've been positive, we've been upbeat, we've been optimistic, we've made people believe that they can have a better future. We will never stop doing that. Whatever other parties do, we'll be positive, we'll be upbeat in every campaign that I'm involved in.
Whilst we've been canvassing opinions on the street, we've noticed that Labour supporters tend to be older and are very passionate about going to the polls, whereas your supporters tend to be a lot younger but are a little apathetic about actually going out and doing something. Do you have any comment on that?
Well, we've seen a spectacularly high turnout for a by-election. I don't know when was the last time that you had a 52% turnout in any parliamentary by-election, and that's a good thing. The number of people who voted for us this time is the most any SNP candidate in Fife has ever had in any election. So that's a good sign for us. It gives us something to build on. I haven't had time yet to look at a breakdown as to where we think our vote came from and where it didn't come from. So I don't want to get into any discussions about the demographics of it. What I do know is that a lot of people came out and voted SNP this time who hadn't voted at all for 10 or 15 years. That tells me that people who previously had lost faith in politics are now realising that the SNP have got something positive, exciting and optimistic to say, and they'll continue to vote for us in the future.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.